Welcome back to my podcast, No Bullshit with Joe, and thank you for being here. This podcast is where we talk about the news, shit in the news, shit not in the news, shit that should be in the news. If you're here on YouTube, as I've decided to expand to YouTube, if you're here on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're listening to on the podcasting platforms, Reason or the popular one, forgotten its name, Joe Rogan's on it. If you're on that one, that's awesome as well. Let's get right into the shit that we need to talk about today. Today I'm going to be reading you two articles from the Daily Mail talking about abortion. I'm going to throw some of my ideas and thoughts, processes in there. This is a highly sensitive subject, so I'm going to do my very best to be as sensitive as possible, but I'm also going to be brutally honest about my thoughts and opinions on this matter. So, what we're going to do now is So, I'm going to read this article. This is from 2 days ago. I'm going to read it, give my views and opinions on it, and I'd love to hear your views and opinions in the comment section below. That would be absolutely awesome as well. So, let's get right into it. So, US Supreme Court is set to undo 50 years of abortion rights in America by scrapping landmark Roe v. Wade decision. Biden says a woman's right to choose should be protected by law, whilst furious Republicans want to find out who leaked the details. Okay, first of all, I don't like Biden, but I completely agree with him on this situation. No matter, as far as I am concerned, no matter what anybody says or what any law states or anything, it should be your decision. What do you do with your body? Full stop, end of conversation. The same thing that I've harped on about for the last 2 years about these, I can't really say the word, about the certain mandates of something in the care homes over the last 2 years and in the NHS and across worldwide, and the havoc and hassle that's caused and some of the side effects that have actually happened because people haven't been given the decision to make a decision. So, so it's your human's right. It should be your human right and yours alone, and your human decision and yours alone. What goes in your body, what gets taken out of your body, and just you should be left the fuck alone to decide what you want to do with your body without any judgment from anybody else. Government should not have a decision what goes in or comes out of your body. Full stop, end of conversation. It's not even open for debate. It is your fucking body. And if you've got something growing inside your body, then that is your decision on what you do with that thing that is growing inside your body, because it is your body. Until that thing exits your body, it is then its own entity with its own soul. Anyway, went on a bit of a rant there, didn't I? So let's continue this conversation. It's really pissed me off. Right, reading this has really fucking pissed me off. America's, and it's not my decision. As a man, again, a lot of these people are like big high-powered men and all that sort of stuff. As a man, it ain't my decision to tell a woman what to do with her body. And as a woman, it ain't your decision to tell me what to do with my penis. So, simple as that. End of conversation. Or my body, for that matter. Right, America's highest court looks to set to overturn ruling that found excessive state regulation of abortions was unconstitutional, effectively legalising the procedure. Draft opinion penned by Justice Samuel Alito suggests the majority of the Supreme Court's 9 judges were in favour of changing the law. I don't want to stand off these people. Alito argues that Roe v. Wade in 1973 law was egregiously wrong from the start and must be overruled. Okay, so if it's wrong from the start, what about people who have to medically have an abortion or it'll kill them? Let's say the baby's going in the wrong place and it gives you sepsis and it kills the mum. Should it still be illegal then? If it's illegal, so what, the mum should just die because it's illegal to have something removed that's going to save her life? What if she's been raped? Let's have an open, honest conversation. What if she's been sexually assaulted? Should she have to raise a fucking baby that's not her, that she didn't want? Should she have to raise a baby that reminds her of her fucking abuser every single day she sees it? Should she have to raise that child? It's substantially, completely and utterly 1,000,000,000% wrong. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. Should she have to raise that child? That's basically what the laws are saying. That's basically what the state's saying. That's basically what the American laws are saying, if they are changed. Which, you know, an article came out in 2021, which I'm going to read out. And basically, you know, a lot of these things happen, don't they? You get a news article that comes out maybe a year and a half beforehand that sort of sets the scene a little bit. You can sort of predict what they're planning on doing, and then, oh, yes, we've done that. Well, yeah, because you're stopping the shock factor so much by already planting that seed and just seeing what people's reactions are. So yeah, should she have to raise that baby? No, fundamentally, no, she shouldn't have to raise that baby. That should be her decision whether she has that child or not. And that's a horrific thing for any fucking person to go through. It's absolutely detestable. Yeah. What if someone's in a domestically abusive relationship? Use my mum, perfect example. Perfect example. My mum didn't even like my dad towards the end. Yeah, she had 4 kids with him. We can question, was that consensual? Or was it fuck? 85.95% certain that it probably wasn't consensual sex. But I'm here. Yeah? So, at the end of the day, it's wrong. It's completely wrong. Also, a ruling not final until document officially published, with the publication date expected within 2 months. So in 2 months' time from the date of this article, which was 2 days ago, which would have been the 3rd of May, January, February, March, April, May, the 3rd of May, this article, okay, so within 2 months, there could be over 50% of the United States of America's states individually turning around and saying it's illegal for you to have an abortion. What's it going to do then? Send women to go to underground places to have it done illegally, right? So illegally, right? Which is going to put them at even more risk. A draft legal opinion, which was leaked, reveals that 5 Republican-nominated judges, a majority of the court's 9 judges, are in agreement with the issue, which would be enough to force a change in the law, though their decision is not final until the ruling is officially published. US President Joe Biden today said it is a woman's right to choose if she has an abortion, as he warned the basic fairness and stability of our law demand the Supreme Court does not overturn the Roe versus Wade ruling. Partition fighting over the issue began almost immediately after the leak, with Democrats vowing to defend abortion rights, while Republican lawmakers demanded a probe into the leak as they denounced it as an attempt to intimidate the justice into changing their minds. Neil Katyal, a former acting US Solicitor General under the former President Barack Obama, said, "This is the biggest step back for women in decades. It will have proven consequences. You can have now a flat ban on abortion in any state." In the leaked document, conservative Justice Samuel Alito wrote, "The Roe v. Wade, the 1973 Supreme Court ruling, which was found in excessive state regulation of abortion, is unconstitutional and was egregiously wrong from the start and must be overhauled." Alito, which was nominated in the court in 2006 by George W. Bush, argues that Roe's reasoning was exceptionally weak and that the decision has had damaging consequences far from bringing about national settlement of the abortion issue. Roe and Casey have informed debate with deepened division, but there are a few signs that the new ruling will do anything to heal those divisions, and protesters are gathering outside the court in Washington, D.C. last night. If the ruling is overturned by the Conservatives-nominated court, the Republicans having a 3-6 majority, it would give individual rights to the power to decide on whether to ban abortion. The Guttmacher Institute, a pro-choice research group, said that 26 states were certain or likely to ban abortion if Roe versus Wade is overturned. Abortion rights have been under threat in recent months as Republican-led states move to tighten rules, with some seeking to ban all abortions after 6 weeks, before any woman even knows they are pregnant. These include Arizona, where a Republican governor in March signed a bill banning abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy, and where the government signed a 6-week abortion ban that allows family members of the fetus to sue providers who perform abortions past that point, similar to Texas law enacted last year. As it stands in the US, abortion can take place until about 24 weeks into pregnancy, but the exact period varies between states. For example, Texas bans abortions after about 6 weeks, but Florida has a 15-week abortion ban. Let's have a look where we're up to. So that's about as much as we've got on that. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below, because as a man who has 2 little girls, okay, who was brought up 2 children and who has 2 little girls who he loves dearly, this is absolutely 1,000,000,000% fucking disgusting. That a law, and I'm sick to the back teeth, this last 2 to 3 years has really proved to me that the laws of the land worldwide are massively changing, and the fact that the laws, right, can decide what you do with your body. And no one says nada. No one says boo to a fucking goose. No one's speaking openly about it, because when they do, they get fucking censored. So to me, my understanding of the world as it stands is that we need to collectively stand together and say no more. So we're talking about abortion. We need to all turn around and say, at the end of the day, a person's right to do what they do with their body is their right and their right alone. And it is not anything else to do with the government. It's not to do with the governments. It's the governments that can't even keep their own promises. So how should they be able to make decisions on our lives? It's time for us to change as people. It's time for us to overhaul. It's time for us to make a fucking stand and say enough is enough. You know? Let's have a look at this second article that I promised you guys. This will come out in 2021. So, as I said, this is the little, dip your toe in the water, test what people's reactions are. I was listening to radio the other day. I was listening to Jeremy Vine. I'm getting old, I know. But I was listening to Jeremy Vine on radio too, and he was talking about this whole abortion situation. And there was a woman on who was a pro-life, right? And she was saying how it's such a fantastic thing. Okay, like I've said before, if you're pro-life, then you should be pro-life for everything. So let's go down the road. Don't eat meat, because by eating meat, you're killing animals. If you're pro-life and the fetus is going to kill the mum because it's growing in the wrong place, then what you can do, let them both die. If you are pro-life, then maybe you want to start adopting some kids that grew up in the care sector like me. Maybe you want to start taking on some kids. 34-year-old man. I see a psychologist continuously. Well, I say continuously, on and off. Might be alright for 6 to 12 months, and then I have to take myself down to therapy again. Why? Why do I have to take myself down to therapy? Because my childhood was that fucked up. Because I was brought up in such an abusive fucking household. Right? That it fucked my head up. So, maybe you need to start looking at some of them issues. Because that's not living. Those 21 years of my life wasn't exactly great. I know people that have been in the care system. There's so many stories out there. So yeah, domestically abusive households. So, okay, a baby should be born into a domestically abusive household. Did you read on the news recently about the mum that was that smacked up on drugs and whatnot? That she had a kid, and it survived, bless it, until about 5 or 6 years old. But she was using the kid's medication, so inhalers, okay, to smoke crack cocaine or smoke drugs. Because, that's what you do. The kid died because it needed its inhaler. It went outside to try and get some fresh air and froze to death. That's not living. That's not life. That's not where we should be going. Anyway, let's continue to have a look at this, shall we? A Texas lawmaker has filed a bill that would abolish and criminalise abortions, leaving women and physicians who perform the procedure to face criminal charges that could carry the death penalty. Just think about that for a second. You're a physician, right? You're working in the care sector. You're highly qualified, and you've got a decision to make. 2 decisions, okay? You've got this woman, she's in. And I'm taking this from real life example that I read in the news. This woman, she's in, okay? And she's having this abortion. And she's having this baby, and she's ill, right? She's ill because this baby's going in the wrong place. It's going to give her blood poisoning. You know what's happening. So you're like, look, the only way I can save this person's life is to give her an abortion. But if he gives her an abortion, they could both face the death penalty, even though it will save her life. Or they could both face prison time. What do you do in that situation? Morally, philosophically. What do you actually do? Let me know in the comment section below. Please, let me know in the comment section below. And any of you guys who are watching this video who are pro-lifers, I'd love you to answer these questions that I'm asking. Fucking answer these questions. Get your arse in that comment section and answer every single question, bullet point every single question I've asked, and actually answer it. Answer it. Give me a fucking explanation as to what you will do with kids in care. So what you will do to improve people's babies' lives who are born in domestically abusive households. Who are born with narcissistic mums. Who are born into households where the parents don't fucking want them. Huh? Tell me what you'll do. This is winding me right up. The legislation filed Tuesday by State Representative Brian Slayton does not include exceptions for rape or incest. Wow. It does exempt ectopic pregnancies that seriously threaten the life of the woman when a reasonable alternative to save the lives of both the mother and the unborn child is available. It's an ectopic pregnancy, which means the fucking baby is going to die anyway. It's ectopic. He's in the wrong place. Rape does not include exceptions for rape or incest. Think about that. You've been raped by your fucking brother, or your fucking uncle, or your dad. Because it happens. Sure, if you quick Google search, you'd fucking bring up loads of fucking articles. I've got it, because I'm really pissed. Think about it. Right? Yeah. Really think about it. Really put yourself in that position. Put yourself in that position. Think about it. You pro-lifers, put yourself in that position. Think about what I've just read. The legislation by State Reps Brian Slayton does not include exceptions for rape or incest. So you've just been raped. You found out you're pregnant. Would you be so pro-life then? Huh? Your brother's raped you. Your dad's raped you. Your uncle. Right? Dodgy uncle. We all know about dodgy fucking uncles. Huh? What would you do? It's time for Texas to protect the natural right to life for the tiniest and most innocent Texans, and this bill does that, Slayton said. It's time for Republicans to make clear that we actually think abortion is murder. Unborn children are dying at a faster rate in Texas than COVID patients, but Texas isn't taking the abortion crisis seriously. I actually can't read anymore because I'm fucking fuming. But what I do want to say in this situation is, and you can read that yourself, if you just put it into Texans abortion, you can read that yourself. What I want to say, I want to end on a note here. We are meant to be free living creatures, animals that are on this world together in unity, and we are meant to support and love each other no matter what. As one, as a whole, as a conjunctive. We can't do that if our governments, or we allow our governments to mandate decisions over our bodies as human beings, and we do not stand. We have a moral and ethical, that's the wrong word, a moral duty to stand and say no when the laws go against the rights of your ethics and your human ability to be free. We have a moral duty to stand against the governments as a whole, as a collective, and say no. We do not agree, and we are not bowing down to your rules and your regulations. So as a man, and damn right I have a right to fucking talk about abortion laws. We've got men making fucking decisions. Well, I'm a man who has 2 daughters, who I'd love to the fucking end of the earth and back, and a wife who I'd love to the end of the earth and back. So I have a right to fucking talk about abortions, because I have 3 women who I love to pieces, and it's my job to protect them. So just think, while you're spouting your pro-life bullshit, just think, while you're spouting your crap, about how that baby that hasn't been born yet, when it is born and it is unwanted, is going to consciously experience the world. Because when you're in the womb, what about you? I can't remember being in the fucking womb. I mean, our memory doesn't develop until we get to, I think it's 2, 3, 4 years old. You know? Just think about that. Would I go through all the things that I have been through again if I had the option? Probably not. Probably fucking not. And I can't speak for my other family members, but I presume some of them would probably say the same fucking things. My life's good now. But I shouldn't have gone through some of the shit I've been through. Neither should my sisters, neither should my brother. Neither should my other family members. Neither should the world, the fucking people of the world. What about the people that are homeless? They're unwanted as kids. Born into a world not wanted. Now they're my age, younger, older. Living on the streets. Nothing to eat. Nothing to drink. Nowhere to shit. Nowhere to piss. Nothing, no warm bed at night time. Do you think they'd want to be born if they knew what their life was going to lead? I'm just thinking out loud here. But at the end of the day, think. Over and out, peeps. I hope you enjoyed this very deep podcast. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say please feel free to check out my link tree. Normally I'm a little bit more woohoo, but this is quite a deep one. Please feel free to check out my link tree. I do have products there that you can buy if you so wish. No Bullshit with Joe Tops and shop, and I have children's books and adults books that can be purchased. I do have an autobiography which I wrote in 2017, which basically explains to you guys my life story. It is, in my opinion, absolutely shit, to be completely and utterly honest with you. However, the reviews say the same, so please feel free to take the link and read some of the reviews, and then feel free to purchase if you like some of the reviews that you read. Again, it's completely your choice, because again, I am pro-choice. I'm pro-decision. Over and out, peeps. Oh, by the way, I'm also on OnlyFans. No naked parts of me you will be seeing, but however, you will see other pictures and videos of maybe me doing a workout routine or up in my allotment, which people now only on OnlyFans see. And I also do have a Patreon, which I need to start uploading to a bit more. But the OnlyFans is free, and you can contact me and speak to me in person. Well, not in person, but over sort of Messenger if you so wish. And you can financially support me through OnlyFans or through Patreon or through buying some of my products online, so that I can continue to support my wonderful family. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this. And I would love to hear answers from a pro-lifer to some of the questions that I've asked. Over and out, peeps. Goodbye.